In 1945, there were 5 US Navy bombers called TBM Avenger torpedo bombers. They were on a training flight that started in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The person in charge was Lieutenant Charles Taylor, who was an experienced instructor. The flight took off and everything was going well for some time, but suddenly something went terribly wrong. The aircraft lost radio contact and the pilots became disoriented. Despite their best efforts to determine their position and return safely, Flight 19 and all 14 crew members on board mysteriously vanished without a trace. What's even more confusing is that a rescue plane named the PBM Marana seaplane, which was sent out to search for them, was also disappeared mysteriously during the search operation. Unexpected events like this have significantly contributed to the legend and mystery of the Bermuda Triangle. But why? Why is the Bermuda Triangle considered the most mysterious place? And why do ships and aeroplanes disappear here? Join us in this video to explore what secrets the Bermuda Triangle holds for us. The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, is a region in the western part of North Atlantic Ocean, encompassing around 500,000 square miles of ocean off the southeastern tip of Florida. The Bermuda Triangle has been the center of strange incidents for centuries. In 1492, when Christopher Columbus sailed through the area on his first voyage to the New World, he reported that a great flame of fire falling into the sea. This was the beginning of this mystery over the next few years. Several names were given to this area: the graveyard of the Atlantic, the Sea of Doom, the Twilight Zone. These names were used in the 18th and 19th centuries. The term Bermuda Triangle was first popularized by author Vincent Giddis in his 1964 book titled The Bermuda Triangle. He talked about this strange place in the ocean where ships and airplanes seemed to disappear mysteriously. This got a lot of people interested and curious about what was happening in that area. Although there were no explanations in the book as to why it happened, and many people have written books about this place, made movies, and even composed songs about it. Now, let's shift our focus to the other incidents. There was another horrifying incident in the year 1918. It involved the USS Cyclops. It was one of the biggest and fastest ships of the US Navy at that time. On March 4th, 1918, it set sail from the island of Barbados in the Caribbean Sea, carrying a load of manganese ore in addition to its coal cargo. Its destination was to reach Baltimore in Maryland. Everything was fine with the departure of the ship. The weather was clear. After the ship began its journey, there was no news from it. It had disappeared suddenly. This shocked everyone. One of the biggest ships of the US Navy, which was used in the time of World War I, was disappeared. It simply vanished without a trace. Nobody saw it happen or could explain why. If you think that this incident was mysterious, a more haunting and frightful incident was the Ellen Austin mystery. In 1881, a 210 feet long ship named the Ellen Austin was traveling from London to New York, a quite common for the day. Many ships undertook this journey at the time. But on its way, Ellen Austin encountered an unidentified ship near the Bermuda Triangle area. From the outside, this strange ship looked completely normal, but there was no trace of any humans aboard this ship. There was no crew, no people at all. The captain of Ellen Austin decided to go aboard the ship to see what had happened. First, he brought his ship alongside the ship and waited for 2 days so that they could see if there was anyone or even a trace of anyone for any response from the other ship. But there was no response for 2 days. After that, the captain set foot on the unidentified ship. There was a lot of stuff on this new ship, and everything was in the place it should have been. During that time, people were cautious of pirates. They used to be cautious of an attack by the pirates who would steal from the ships. This unidentified ship hadn't been subjected to this because of all the valuable items of this ship were intact. Due to this reason, the captain of Ellen Austin decided to send some of his crew members on the ship and that they would continue their journey with the both ships. For the first 2 days, both ships continued ahead normally, but then came a storm. Their paths separated and the unidentified ship had disappeared. After the storm was over, the captain of Ellen Austin tried to look for the ship. and he spotted the ship with his spyglasses at some distance. When he reached near it, there was again no trace of any human aboard the ship. The crew members he had sent from the ship to the other ship, they had suddenly disappeared. Where did they go? What happened to them? We don't know, but the ship was still intact. It said that the captain of Ellen Austin tried once again to bring back the ship with him and sent some more crew members to steer the ship. But again, after a few days, there was another storm and the same story repeated again. This strange ship gets separated and the new crew members on it disappear once again. When Ellen Austin returned, the owner of the ship was so terrified after hearing this story that he sold off the ship to a German company. They changed the name of this ship to Meta. Yep, you had it right. As how Mark Zuckerberg changed the name of Facebook's parent company to Meta, this ship owner also changed its name. But it is not a real story. We call these kind of stories as urban legends, which are not proven or existed stories. Many rational thinkers say that the Bermuda Triangle is also a legend, the legend of Bermuda Triangle. But what lies behind the incidents of Bermuda Triangle? Many theories are proposed to explain the incidents. Some people blames the aliens. They propose the theories like extraterrestrial or paranormal phenomena to explain the incidents in the Bermuda Triangle. These theories often suggest that aliens or UFOs are responsible for disappearances. However, it's crucial to emphasize that these ideas are not supported by scientific evidence. And some people believe that Bermuda Triangle has a giant sea monster that is behind the disappearances. It is also lacks scientific explanation. There is no scientific evidence to support the existence of such creature in the Bermuda Triangle. Instead of all these unidentified theories, there are several theories that attempt to explain the incidents reported there. One of the important explanation is based on magnetism. Friends, the thing is that the North Pole of Earth and magnetic North Pole are two distinct points. So, when you look towards the North Pole on a compass, the compass is pointing towards the magnetic North Pole. But the real North Pole is somewhere close by. It is known as the geographic North Pole. You can see in this photo the difference between the magnetic and geographic North Poles. And there are some places where this happens are known as the agonic lines. These agonic lines shift with time, but for the last 200 to 300 years, the 0 degree line has been around or in the area of the Bermuda Triangle. This can basically create confusion. The next strange thing about this area's location. The area in the Bermuda Triangle is quite shallow. When you look at it on a satellite map, you will see that the Bahamas, Caribbean islands, they are surrounded by a turquoise color all around. This area in the ocean stretches across a long distance with shallow water. You can see the deep ocean around it represented in dark blue color. Because of this, it is said that in the olden days when the ships came to this area, got stuck here due to shallow waters. Hidden shoals were the points where the land beneath the ocean was quite high, but it was not visible from the ships. When the ships were at the top of the area, they would get stuck there. And the third reason is hurricanes. This area has one of the highest rates of hurricanes in the world. If you see the rank of the countries where the most of the hurricanes are seen, China is at number 1 and the second is USA, followed by Cuba. Cuba lies in this area, and which state gets the most hurricanes in the USA? It lies in this area. This area gets hurricanes and water sprouts more frequently. And the another reason is methane hydrates. The methane deposits under the Bermuda Triangle are responsible for the disappearance of ships and planes. These bubbles are caused by methane, which is type of gas, turning into a solid under the high pressure of deep ocean water and then turning back into a gas as it rises to the surface. One of these big bubbles could cause a ship to sink. The methane eruption in the water are also known as mud volcanoes. When volcanoes erupt underwater, methane is released, and if it happens when a ship over the area, then the ship would instantly sink into the water. But in all the disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle, there was no direct evidence that any exact incident was due to methane hydrates. This is simply a scientifically proven thing that exists. The Bermuda Triangle has been the subject of many mysteries and theories over the years, and it is a fascinating topic that has captured the imagination of many. But in my opinion, the Bermuda Triangle is a legend, which is not proven scientifically. because it is not widely accepted in the scientific community. And that's all for now, guys. If you like my video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.